Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what time it is. Episode 32 of the Thugbirds podcast. Shout out to DeFi Land for coming in. Take some time out of the day and coming on the podcast. Without further ado, you know what time it is. If you got an iPhone and or an Android, go ahead over to the Play Store and or the App Store. Download the FTX app. Stay up to date with the latest cryptocurrencies, and the latest NFTs. Without further ado, I am your host, Gaddis TV. What's going on? And let's get to it. All right. We are now live and direct. So first off, really, I want to say thank you for coming in and taking some time out of your evening right now, and really just being on the podcast. So thank you for that.
Appreciate for inviting me here.
100%. Thank you for coming on. For people that will be coming in general and listening in as well in general, if you don't mind, can you, just introduce yourself, what you were doing, before the crypto scene, what got you interested in the gaming side of Solana, I guess, and then how DeFi Land came to about, please?
Yeah, definitely. So, to start with about how we just give a background check on the team and how did we start. So we're coming from tech startup industry. So we had two previous ventures, one in augmented and virtual reality and gaming, and another one we had the machine learning and computer vision company basically, and working with AWS, NVIDIA, Microsoft HoloLens, Magic Leap, some really good names out there. And also we have been involved in crypto for 5 years, just trading with our own assets, just a random, holding some random coins and just getting wrecked in 2017, 18, as everyone was by that time. And since DeFi summer, we got really heavily involved in DeFi. And because of that, I believe not only us, but everyone else who has had some kind of interaction with DeFi has struggled a lot to explain what DeFi is, how it actually works. At least why would anyone want to buy NFTs to their friends and family members? Mm-hmm. So I believe everyone has been there. We have tried the Medium articles, YouTube videos, tutorials, just explaining on the whiteboard ourselves and so on and so on. And, nothing was effective. They still think it is a scam as it has really good APYs. So they just never get why would anyone buy some random pixel PNGs or whatsoever. So we really wanted to somehow change that. So as we have been working in gamification industry, we know that gamification is the really best thing to do to drive the retail adoption, as well as just to keep all of the existing users really happy, loyal, and engaged and active, basically. So we have applied several gamification elements in fintech industries, like in the banks, in the financial fintech companies, and we knew that it worked really well. So we thought that it would really well apply to DeFi as well. So we thought that let's do it, and it was we actually just wanted to start as a kind of joke, because there was a yield farmer who was farming a kind of meme in 2020, and we thought let's just actually build that, or why not? It would be funny. Mm-hmm. And there was Solana hackathon going by that time, and we thought that actually let's just go and apply there. And we just kind of applied there and got really good feedback from the team, from other different people who created the Twitter page and so on. And everyone was really happy to kind of see us there. And
that's then our co-host. We just don't be scared. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah. It's not a random guy.
Yeah, no worries at all. And then we just kind of thought that it was actually just really good idea, and we could really potentially onboard many different retail users using this. So instead of just having the yield farming in the game as the farming, we thought that okay, let's actually create a really comprehensive and really good product out of this. And then we started to kind of have add the lending and borrowings, the swaps, governance, and many different other DeFi stuff, as well as NFTs. So we didn't want to be just a purely DeFi. So we then thought that it would be really cool to align the game with a farming game, and it kind of implements same kind of mechanics as the farming games that had, plus the RPG kind of style. So what are we doing right now is that actually just one more thing to add is that we didn't want to be just another game for blockchain, because there are a lot of play to earn games that are just the games that doesn't make 95% of them are just the games that doesn't make any sense. Why do they even exist on blockchain? And on the other part, there are the games such as Axie Infinity and other really good games out there which have two different problems. The first one is that the people mainly play the game because they want to earn money, just kind of free money. That's the one thing. And another thing is that like the actual players that they are earning good income and stuff, but like at the end of the day, they don't know anything about crypto or they don't know anything about DeFi. They just know how to play Axie, which is good, but like they don't have any kind of clue what the DeFi is.
Knowledge.
So we didn't want to be just one of them. It's like we didn't actually want to really help adoption of already existing ecosystem, and I kind of also wanted to create a game that would be really chilling. People would play the game not only to earn money, but actually just to chill and just to kind of relax and so on while they're managing their own funds. So what we decided to do is that we are running on top of already existing protocols instead of just creating our own swaps, our own lending and borrowing and whatsoever. We are kind of outsourcing the user experience from already existing protocols. So we're helping them to get the way better engagement basically from the retail, and we're running on top of them. We're aggregating all the different swaps, lending and borrowing protocols, other different basically yield farmings and stuff like that. And we're running on top of them. So like we're purely focused on gamification and UI and UX. But that's not it. So we have many different features than just kind of gathering all the different stuff. So first of all, there is the Zapper kind of experience. So you have all the different protocols that you like at the same place, and you can just kind of choose the best price. You can choose the best APYs and so on. That's the one thing. The another thing is that everything is gamified for sure. Like you have really nice actual animations and many different stuff that will be coming soon as well, with some really good VFX and more. And also the thing is that we have a quests and achievements in the game. So the quests and achievements are the stuff that you can earn money just by doing some DeFi. So I'm not sure if you know the rabbit hole. There's the protocol out there who is having some quests. Let's say do 5 swaps on the Ethereum market for at least $100, and you're going to get 5 SRM coins. Or let's say just go and find the best APY right now on the Radium and just plant those seeds, and you're going to get the some kind of reward from DFL or the NFTs or whatsoever. So like we're trying to gamify explorational stage for the different DeFi protocols, as well as like it's really easy for the protocols that have their own tokens to incentivize their own users through the gamification. So that's another thing. Then we go to the NFTs. So NFTs are a really important thing about DeFi land as well. So like not only our game is just a game that has just DeFi and stuff, but also like our game has the NFTs that we are creating ourselves. So let's say in our game you have a fishing game, you have the kind of shooting game, you have some tractor game and so on. And if you want, let's say, to fish, you have to own a fishing rod. And if you catch the fish, then you're gonna get some NFTs from fish NFTs. You're gonna get some DFL coins. The same with hunting and everything. They will be upgradable. You're gonna have the crafting, and you're gonna have all the different stuff. And basically, you will be able to just actually grind your way up. Like we're gonna be introducing the land sale and different kind of mechanics that the traditional metaverses have. But like that's a kind of only one feature of DeFi then. Finally, the thing is that we actually let me kind of finish with the NFTs. Like we're not only just kind of having our own NFTs because like we don't want to just be selfish and stuff, but we're implementing all the different existing NFTs. So let's say if you have so our game is non-custodial, so you don't have to transfer any funds anywhere. So let's say you connect your wallet and you have just, for example, the Thugbirds on your wallet, right? You're gonna see some Thugbirds walking, basically flying around the village. You will be able to interact with them, and they're gonna give some kind of side quests. So you'll be able to maybe just gonna go and enter the story mode and just kind of complete some different quests, and you're gonna get the maybe potentially some kind of DFL projects or whatsoever. Or maybe if you have, let's say, Solana monkey business, and you're gonna see some monkeys running around and doing some monkey stuff, and like so on. So we don't want to just have our own NFTs, but we want to give already existing NFTs a use case as well to be more fun, engaging, and just kind of maybe you'll be able to pet them to kind of get some XP and so on. So that's the thing. And finally, we are not only just focusing on this, but we are creating a really good experience for chilling as well. So like we're adding everything you will ever need in the same place. So we're just implementing the audios, so you will be able to listen to the audios from DeFi land. You're gonna have the radio stations. You're gonna have the newsroom. You're gonna have all different announcements from all the different big city accounts you're following or so on. Basically, you will be able to have all the needed information, basically everything, at the same place. So you are able to kind of never, so you never ever close the fileland tab on the browser, so that you just basically whenever you want you can farm, then just go and so we're adding the chats as well. You will be able to chat on the decentralized way as well through Bonfida. So like the thing is like you will have everything you will need in the same place. And like it's not just we have our own swaps, our own NFTs, only that we have already existing everything as well. So it will be like just one place for everything and every time. Basically, you can just go and do whatever you want. And also, like in the future, we are adding the multiplayer and the adventure mode and stuff. Like I don't really like to talk much about the stuff that are not right now, right here. So that's actually really big advantage that we have is that we are not the people who are saying some stuff. We're the people who are doing some stuff. So like there are a lot of games who are saying that they're gonna build this, they're gonna build that, but no one is doing anything right now. They're just issuing some publishing some animations and the short videos, and that's it. So like we decided that since day one that we would just not focus on the really great marketing or just kind of hiring some PR companies, but actually build the game. So that's why we actually managed to build the game in just 2 months, and we started the basically public beta testing in the game, and like already in just basically in somewhere like 4 weeks the game will be out for the public testing and everyone will be able to play the game. So I believe that's really the best thing that we have ever done. So basically that's the DeFi in a nutshell. And like just say several words about the funding. So we got really good basically investors in the DeFi land, like Animoca Brands, Alameda, Jump Capital, some really good funds out there. But today we just announced that FTX as well as Lightspeed Ventures are actually invested just several hours ago, and we saw a huge price jump since then. And basically, yeah, we just gonna have. I'm really happy to have all these amazing firms and the funds out there who are helping us to achieve our goals. And yeah, I believe like AAA games are really good. Some really great games are coming on Solana and everywhere. But like I believe the DeFi land has advantage that it's really easy to play. It's really easy to understand. It will be free to play as well. You will be able to just kind of start from zero, and it will be really easy to onboard your basically your retail friends through DeFi land. And actually, I forgot one more thing, and I'm gonna finish with that.
Oh, you're
So
good. You're good.
there is a
I still remember some questions. You're good. I'm loving
yeah,
it.
and there's basically for the retail. I believe I have skipped the most important stuff. So for the retail, well, for the people who don't know how actually crypto works, we are building the educational mode. So educational mode is the some kind of practice mode for the users who don't know how actually crypto works. You will be able to get them by inviting them there, and it will be basically running on testnet and stuff. And like they will be introduced in like Explain like on 5 style what the wallets are, how they work, what the liquidity providing is, what the impermanent loss, and everything will be in the animations in the game. So it will be really easy to understand for them how it actually works through the visualizations. And once they can go through this stuff, they will have I believe the quiz. So if they pass the quiz, they're gonna get the NFT in-game NFT that they can kind of start to play the game. And one more, the thing basically you can use this educational mode is that we have a referral program in the game. So let's say you can click on the plus and you can invite your friends, and let's say you can send let's say one Solana to an email, and they get the email that if you want to claim this one Solana, let's say this your friend has sent you one Solana. If you want to claim this Solana, you have to go and play practice mode of DeFi land, pass that quiz, and like let's say if once you pass, you're gonna get the NFT plus one Solana. So it's really good way to get incentivize your friends and family members to actually get on board and start exploring DeFi. So yeah, that's the DeFi in a nutshell.
That's a huge advantage, though, because the hardest barrier, in my opinion, is onboarding newbies in crypto. And if you can make it just as easy as like clicking a link in an email and then having it all set up, that's actually huge, man. It sounds like Farmville for Web3. It sounds like a more exciting Farmville that I'd love to play.
Yeah, we really got inspired by Farmville and like all the different farming games, and like we're trying to make it the DeFi land as easy as Farmville for sure.
So I think you mentioned it beforehand because I know there's a lot of I guess companies, NFTs, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Saying they're going to be creating games, things in that nature of it. Did you say it took the 2 months in order to make it, or I guess how long has DeFi land like been in the works? You know what I mean? For a brand new person that's coming in, listen to a podcast, and they just before this, they just was on a different YouTube channel, like, oh, hey, we got, Gaddis TV's making a new game in 1 month. What are realistic time frames for a game like this and on the blockchain?
So yeah, definitely. So we like everyone who is in our community knows that we are fully transparent all the time. So like we started like at the end of the May. I had the idea, and like there was a Solana hackathon starting, and that when kind of we started making some first moves, and then basically in June we started to basically start building the game. But at the kind of full, we got the several, basically the 5 and basically 6 of our team members were full time working already in the July. And we just added several other team members in August, and already in September we already had the game launched in the testing version. And since then, like the first release of the game was really stressful, and it had a lot of different bugs, and there were a lot of different problems. But we have, like, with our community and everyone, we had a lot of stuff that we were doing, and kind of we had iterated many different times through everything, and kind of added many different features as time was going. And basically in this 2 months of the testing, we have basically perfected the different stuff, such as the farming, as well as the swapping and the animations. There were a lot of different problems. Even though right now there are some problems anyway, we're actually adding all the different really good improvements as well. And basically the thing that we have right now, the people who are testing the game in the beta, has been built in just 5 months. And like everything, like the biggest and hardest problem was since day one the implementation. So with the Radium, Serum, and other protocols, because like everyone is in their alpha or the beta stage, and like everyone had their own problems. Like no one is ready for your problems basically. So like you have to solve your own problems. And so we kind of had to kind of come up with some crazy solutions to implement some different stuff. And yeah, basically that was the bigger problem. But right now we have the time to fully focus on the game development and gamification, and that's why we are having, I believe, really good update for the Christmas time. That when we're gonna have some Christmas update with the public game launching as well.
Nice. You might have said it, and I'll try and give you a little, I guess, time to get some water if you want. Someone in the chat was like, "Yo, get this mate some water." You know what I mean? So you got some fans out there. Is there, I guess, the public mint time, or is it a mint, or is it I guess when does it come public on that one? Do you have an exact date, or is that still in the works, just closer to Christmas, or when is that?
Yeah, so basically we don't have like the specific, like I believe like there won't be some kind of, so we don't want to go for 10,000 generative NFTs and stuff. So because I believe like it was really good stuff. Like you and other different people, other different projects have done that really well. But since then, like everyone is doing that, like everyone's trying to be the next Thugburst or next Solana Monkey Business and so on. So we don't want to go for that. We just want to have just the NFTs that will be craftable and upgradable, and like the development of your NFTs will be up to you. If you spend some time to develop that, you're gonna get good NFTs. If you take care of your dog, you're gonna get a better dog, and so on. So I believe we're gonna have some kind of NFT drop or something like that in a month and a half period of time, where everyone will be getting basically the same kind of NFTs, like the basic ones, and it will be up to you. If you spend the time and if you spend your DFL on upgrading, you're gonna get better one. It's not like this, you just get some random really good rare one, but actually just kind of up to you. So you grind your way up, you deserve that. So I believe that will be the case. But yeah, somewhere like the month and a half, I would say the period of time would be.
Nice, super strong. Yeah, kind of bringing the point with money, P-Doc in the building, what he was saying beforehand, like that example on, I don't know if you said you're going to be doing it exactly, if y'all have yet, if you're going to be thinking about implementing it, but like say I send out, one Solana to my dad, you know what I mean, or a parent to, they want to get it, but like you said, like they have to complete these courses, so yeah, they might gain it, but at least they're gaining knowledge on that time as well, so that's a strong benefit, let alone in itself, you know what I mean? I know what I think Coinbase has some of the stuff like that. I'm sure some of the other stuff do when you do a quiz, something like that, and you get rewarded, you know what I mean? So that's honestly the strong thing to bring in general. What type of market, as in people, do y'all want to bring in, like the brand new newbies or the people that have been in there for a long time? What is y'all's goal? What is y'all's
Yeah, definitely. That's a
average?
really good question. So the first of all, like the default answer is that like finally our end goal is to bring the like this kind of this motto that everyone has that we're gonna onboard next billion people. Like everyone's saying that. I never say that, but like I really believe that this type of game is the one that can actually potentially bring the game. If not us, like I don't believe that some AAA, some complex games gonna bring the retail. Like my dad will never play something like that, but like everyone gonna play this kind of farming game. The actual like, thing was that one of our investors actually, a lot of actually investors were asking back in the day, like why like so your audience is like the teenagers and stuff like that, but like the really fun fact is that for the Farmville players, the other Heyday and other game players, the average age for those players is like 40. It's like the more major people are actually really liking to take care of the farms, to take care of their dogs and so on, because like you come from a stressing working day and you just gonna go grab your phone or grab your computer and just gonna chill. So like I believe this is really good for everyone. So we're gonna be onboarding really good many different people, but also like the one more point is that like right now we are more focused on the people who had or have tried to have some kind of interaction with DeFi, kind of have. So we're kind of basically focusing on them right now before we go for the fully retail to kind of basically get the feedback from them, what they think, what they love, what they hate, what they would love to see next, or what they would change. And the one more thing is that like people think that the Axie Infinity is our competitor, like that they're gonna steal the kind of users from us and so on. But like the thing is that we are not competing with any of the different games. So we are actually helping their users to get. So we are kind of bridge for their users to get into DeFi and cryptos. Like they have some kind of started to interact with NFTs and games. Like let's say the Axie Infinity players, they're kind of starting to gather what the crypto is, what the actual wallets are and stuff, but like they don't know about DeFi and stuff. So we will be a really good place that they can come after Axie to basically learn and just kind of interact with DeFi and start somewhere. So our goal is to turn existing some kind of users into basically this noob of DeFi into power users of DeFi and NFTs and crypto at all. So like we're not competing with anyone else. We're basically helping the ecosystem grow. So like that's why we are running on top of already existing ones, not competing with anyone else.
Nice. No, I like it on that one. Question, because I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't played the game yet, but my buddy is honestly like, yo, this is the game you need to play so you can learn this stuff, exactly what you're talking about. Honestly, you know what I mean? Because I've been in the crypto scene since 2017, but money knows I'm a diamond holder, and you know what I mean. Shit's been holding. I probably could have sold, flip, but I'm just holding. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
things like that it's super strong on that. If you can, I don't know if this might explain it, anything like that. With the screen I have on mine, it's just like y'all's a banner for Twitter. Is that overall like the game y'all teaching people how to do it? As in like the Connect wallet is your wallet. The crops are Solana or coins. The harvesting is that how I guess y'all are teaching people that way, or am I completely off?
Yep. Yeah, basically it's just this is the first visualization that I have built when I was starting this project. It is
Nice.
basically since the first image from the May, but definitely I can actually like give you the code so you can try the game yourself. Definitely. So let me actually just write to you as well. Right now I'm gonna write it to you for sure, and you can try the game. But the thing is that you will be able to play the game. Whenever you log in, you have some kind of tutorial that kind of guides you through what's happening, how you should play the game, and so on. But for now, it's kind of super easy to understand. Like you just kind of not much to do. But what you can do is that you can check your portfolio, how it is performing over time, the charts, the price feed. You can send and receive some transactions. You can get a fiat on ramp, fiat off ramp. You can farm, provide the liquidity, plan some stuff, and swaps. Basically, that's the functionality we have right now, but we are adding the automated farming. We are adding Orca as well as the Saber, and basically there will be the main different stuff. And right now, we don't have this educational mode really well, so it's just kind of really simple tutorial that we have in the game. So we're gonna be adding this educational mode in just month or two. That will be really the game changer once we can implement all this different educational part and the animations and everything. So yeah, for now it's really fairly simple, but will be perfected as time goes.
Nice. With the honestly, I've asked this question a lot. It's been more like NFT projects that came on, not exactly like gaming projects, things like that. You mentioned it a little bit. What I guess what were some of the hiccups? You know what I mean, that y'all came across and along, and realistically, one, how have y'all overcame them, and two, if there's any hiccups now, like y'all are in process of, how I guess what are the best ways to try to overcome them?
I'm not. So basically, the English is my third language. I'm not sure what the hiccup means. So can you please?
Like
Yeah.
a mess up. Um, you know what I mean?
Something that was tough. Something that
Yeah.
like when
Okay,
you
so
hit
hiccup
like
is the same as like the F up, like just
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
way. Okay,
Yes,
okay, yeah,
yeah.
okay. It's kind of the family-friendly version of F up. Okay,
Exactly. Yeah.
got
Instead of
it.
fucking up what
lessons.
things have
We call them
happened,
lessons here.
you know.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
Oh, you're
So yeah,
good.
basically the biggest challenge that we had was basically we have all the every day we have some kind of problem for sure. Like we not the, like the we don't have a perfect working cycle or whatsoever. So we have many different problems, but the biggest problem was that we had this. So the only launch day of the beta testing, we had the DDoS attacks, and like we nearly crashed. We nearly got our product into trouble, and like it nearly just got into trouble. That was the biggest problem. On the other hand, like these integrations with all the different protocols is just really, really big pain in the ass. And like we have to, and like updating them is the really biggest part. Like let's say the radium changes something, you have to change. Let's say the serum changes something, you have to change. Or kind everyone, so you can have to monitor all the changes, and a lot of different resources are going into that, as well as the building a web game through Unity with interaction with of Solana is just like super super hard, and that's why I believe there are not much games out there yet. That everyone is trying to figure out what's the best way and how to build. It's like we have, I'm not joking. Like everyone since day one till today is working 15 hours per day. Like everyone right now is in the office, and like it's just already over time, but they will be living at least in 3 hours. Like that's really great thing about DeFi Land, that all the team members are super super passionate, hyped. So yeah, basically
Shout out to the
that's
DeFi Land team. Shout out to all y'all.
appreciate that. So yeah, basically that's interaction with the Solana, Unity, the different protocols. That's really the hardest part for sure.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I can only. Actually, I can't even imagine like what you say on the problems and the difficulties on that. I would look at the computer screen or whatever and be like, geez, you know what I mean?
My mind would melt. My mind would
exactly.
explode.
I'm trying to think of the right words to explain it. I'm like, yeah, melting's the exact right word. So and you being I guess the creator, and we're getting close to the 30-minute mark. So again, I won't hold you up later other than the 30 minutes on that. Let me put it back on here. I think it was just on just coin market cap. You know what I mean? Just looking at some random things like that. Right now it's 40 cents. As you, the creator, you know, what is that feeling? You know what I mean? And again, it's not the money part of it. You know, you just got I guess I don't know if you said sponsorship and agreement with FTX. That's why it boomed up, and that's actually awesome that you said that. Cause my buddy last night was like, man, the hell's happening? I'm like, yo, check out the podcast. You can figure it out. You know what I mean? But like how, as a creator, you know, how does that feel for like y'all's team? Do y'all, I guess, look at it that
Definitely.
way? Because
so to be honest, like since when I was starting this project, I never ever would imagine that the project that was basically starting as a joke for just kind of gamifying yield farming would just end up with a 4 billion FTW right now at this moment, and like we have not even launched the game for public testing and whatsoever. Like there is no DFL use case right now utility. But like once we have a DFL utility, like I believe I can't really imagine where it might go. So like I try not to think much about that because it just kind of might drive you away from the product and the passion of the community. So it's really great. I always like to kind of see that green and kind of raising. But in the office as well, I'm trying to make sure that no one checks the price super often, because like it kind of drives you. You really want it to grow. You just always then check your phone, your portfolio, and so on. about like that's why we have our team tokens locked as well, because like we don't want to think about that. Like we don't want to think about any kind of selling or whatsoever. We're really passionate about building the game that people would love. That's what are we doing. And like the best thing I believe for me is that the community. I believe everyone is saying the community is just number one priority, but for us, like every week, at least once per week, we're having 3-4 hours of the farmer souls in the game in our Discord. Like we are just and what we're doing is that we're giving the users ability to write the questions they have in this specific channel they prior and in 24 hours. Like we are answering every single question of them, like every single one of them. Like it might take like today it took me like two hours. Like I just kind of answered all the questions because like I'm really once they if you have a community, if they love the product, the money will come. It's like you don't really need to worry about the money because like if you're building really great things, the money will come itself. So yeah, I believe that kind of we are fully focused on the product right now and the community for sure.
Nice. I mean, that's the way to do it on there. I mean, community things, even like the stuff that you're doing, because of course, it takes time out of your day doing that. But like the people that are getting those answers,
Yep.
I mean, I haven't asked any of the answers on that one, but I've been that type of person to ask, and it's worth it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it might not be a dollar
Yep.
amount or a Solana amount, but it is worth it on that. I got. Y'all can laugh it up in the comments. So I got one NFT on the ADA because I was in a Discord or with them, and I was just hey, what's going on with ADA with the NFTs, and they're just real. They're just talking, hey, X, Y, and Z. Just let me know the stuff. Granted, thankfully they gave me an NFT. I'm not gonna lie on that one, but it was one of the like I'm talking about it now, and this was maybe 3 months ago. You know what I mean? Because it was one of those they were just genuine. It was hey, it wasn't this. It was just hey. Get your knowledge up. It's X, Y, and Z. Blah 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 blah. I was like, it's a strong value, man. You might not hear about it. People might not say it, but I'll say it for the people. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Sometimes like we really need to hear those as well. So I'm really happy to hear that for sure.
No, 100%. With that one again, we're right at that 30-minute mark on there. Where there's some, I guess, points or things that I haven't asked or we haven't talked about that you and the team are excited about or can, I guess, give information on? I know beforehand, you said you're not really the promise type, is more of doing. But anything I guess we've missed that you want to let the people out there know about?
Yeah, basically I believe it was like really good to kind of have I believe I have said all the stuff that we're doing or we are planning to do. The thing is that even if the bear market comes or whatsoever, it will be actually the bear for us and the project itself because like the hype and like all the different chaos will be going away and like we will have really good time to focus really well on the game and to kind of create a really good product. And as we have really good funding and everything. So, like we have at least of 2 years of runway and so on, just from the funding that we got. So I believe that the people should not be worried about the price and all the speculation that everything is going on right now, and like just be fully focused on the product. And if they say, well, that's what we're saying all the time. If you are the true DeFi and supporter, if you are really into the product that we're building, you're gonna get incentivized. You're gonna get DFL, and you're gonna get all the stuff that you have ever wished for. So like we're never doing the free drops or random random kind of AMA prizes and just random retweets, and you're gonna get 10 hot power on DFL. So we're always just truly focused on the people who are passionate about DeFi. So thanks for everyone who is passionate about DeFi land, and we're not gonna disappoint you for sure. Yeah, that's the ending, I guess, for us.
No, I appreciate it. Money, any last questions, anything like that you got?
Yeah, no, I just can't wait to see what you guys do with it. It's really exciting. I've been waiting for something like this to come along in DeFi, and it seems like you guys are building something that's basically what I envisioned when I thought about like farming and like gamified yielding. So like, I'm just really excited, and thanks a lot for coming on the podcast, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot for having me here, and just really had a good time here. Great questions, and yeah, thanks for inviting me here.
100%. Stick around for a quick second. I'm going to go ahead and end it, but I'll be right back as well. With that note, y'all, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. Again, shout out to DeFi Land for coming in, taking some time out of their evening, and letting us know what's going on. Till next time, y'all, stay fresh, stay clean, stay positive. Once again, Go ahead and hit a follow on DeFi_land and the Thugbirds. Till next time, y'all. Caw-caw!